basically is divided into verb to be structure and the other verbs structure, which is subdivided in other two structures. Okay? So when it's verb to be, I don't need to repeat that much, right? You have amareis structure, okay? M is ER, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other verbs is divided in two groups of pronouns. And this one here, okay? So I, you, we, and they, he, she, it. For that, you are going to use auxiliary verbs, do and does, for the structures. Okay? So let's work on basic context. Mesmo que eu falei com você. I study on Saturdays. Okay? I study on Saturdays. So every Saturday, meaning that on my timeline, I study on Saturday. So one Saturday, other, and so on. So there's a repetition of I study every Saturday. Okay, so a repetition of the action. All right. So when I work negatives and interrogatives, then I go for the auxiliary do for negatives and interrogatives, right? So I go for I don't study on Saturdays. Okay? I study, I don't know, on Mondays. Okay? And for the question, you can take the affirmative, you can repeat here, I study on Saturday. Question and do. Do I study on Saturdays? Simple that. Okay? But let's work the other structure, he, she, it. For the affirmative, for the auxiliary does, same, negative, interrogative, right? Let's say here, she studies on Saturday. S, remember?
Yes.
Right? The third person singular, affirmative, he, she, it. You have the conjugation of the S. Only in affirmative. Only there. Okay? For the negative, she doesn't, here don't, here doesn't study on Saturday. Okay? Remembering, the S is only affirmative. In negative, comes back to study. And the auxiliary negative doesn't. Alright? And for the question, start with do, starts with does. Does she study on Saturday? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. So basic part of the topic is simple present. The other part is present continuous. Present continuous is even more simple than this. Because present continuous, we talk about action at the moment we are speaking. Okay? So remembering that simple present, you have routine, repetition. Okay? I study on Saturdays. Present continuous, the action is happening now.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing now?
Study.
Exactly. So you are studying now. Okay? You are studying now. So I have the verb to be, bless you, plus the ing. Mandatory structure. Okay? Mandatory structure. And this here, Let me get the... And here is the changing that's going to work on the structure. Because ing, you never touch that. Okay? All the focus on the structure goes here. Because on the negative, you aren't studying now. That's it. Okay? So again, the focus is verb to be form. Okay? For the question, are you studying now? Okay? So you work the inversion. Okay? And remembering that you have am, is, are for the specific group of pronouns. I am, he, she, it is, we, you, they are. And that's it. Okay? So, simple present and present continuous. Okay? Yes? Upper intermediate, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. That's here. Upper intermediate. Upper intermediate works, let's put in here, present perfect. Let's divide the words, and here continuous. Present perfect deals with past action with relevance today. That's why it's present perfect, because the relevance is today. The thing is, you have an action right in the past. The action most likely is over. However, there is a very important connection today. Okay? And this connection makes the context. Alright? Let's get something very easy to link. Let's work on this. My favorite example, in fact. Santos Dumont has invented the plane. Okay? So, the action, his invention, of course, is over. But what were the consequences? What were the results of this invention? A completely revolution of transport, basically. Okay? Until today, right? Transport of people, transport of equipment, transport of things. Okay? So, his invention was long time ago, but there is a connection today. Alright? That's the context of present perfect. Okay? Grammatically speaking, you have the auxiliary has or have and the verb in the participle. Right? Here is auxiliary and the verb in the participle. Okay? The focus of the structure in terms of grammar is the auxiliary. All the sentences, the verb will be in the participle. All of them. Alright? So let's hear, for example, I have started English classes. Okay? I have started English classes. So, again, like in here, the focus is this.
Participle is verb in past? In the past?
Yeah, in the past participle. Okay? If you take a look in the back of your books,
That's participle.
Here. In the back of your books, you have the list of verbs. Okay? The infinitive for the simple past and for the perfects. Okay? Yeah, the regular verbs are the same. Okay, the irregular verbs you need to check because they may be different. Okay? So I have started English, or so I work in the negative. I haven't started English. Okay, so my negative form here. Okay, the verb never touches. And in the question, the inversion. Have I started English? Okay, so this is the inversion, alright? And the terms of the auxiliary, you have auxiliary have, auxiliary has, for this group of pronouns. Okay? Basically this, alright? What's the difference between the present perfect to the continuous? The only difference, the two differences are that here the action is started in the past and continues to the present. Okay? Such as I use this. No, not this. I have been, verb to be, okay, been studying English, whatever, okay? So it's always like this. I have, the auxiliaries have, like here, identical, but to be ing in the past participle, okay? Verb to be in the participle. So I have been studying English. Like here, the focus is this. The focus is the auxiliary. So in the negative, I haven't been studying English. Okay? So the focus is here. Alright? And for the questions, the same. Have I been studying English? And this is your focus. Okay? This is your focus. Alright? Clear? So, remembering, in the present perfect, the verb in the participle never touch. This is the changes. These are the changes. In the continuous, been, ing, but the focus are here. Okay? That's it. Right?
Teacher.
Yes.
Actually, there are two other parts of our action. Class. Since and for.
Since and for you can use here and here. It doesn't matter. Okay? The difference is that since for since checks initial time. Okay, remember I have been teaching English since 2015. Okay, and for checks quantity of time. Okay, so I give you a quantity of time, like for 10 years, for 15 years, for 2 years, but I give you a quantity of time. Okay.
The phrase don't change.
This doesn't change. The context maintains. Okay, maintain the context. Present perfect and continuous. The only thing that here works is the time. Okay. Jonathan is modal perfect, right?
Modal verbs plus perfect infinitive.